Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So this is where we enter the twilight zone. But it's a twilight zone, again, everything is a point of observation. A twilight zone to a mainstream journalist will be perfectly bloody logical with someone who's done 50 years or so, or 25 years, or how many years it is of research into something. This is an important point about perception. One of the greatest ways that humanity is controlled is by the suppression of the sense of the possible.
Welcome to Axiom series, the underlying truth, questioning what I think I know, and at this moment it is Friday, August 25th, 2023 at 7:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is beautiful. This show is absolutely beautiful. Last night, in the middle of the night, I posted a response video to a video a couple days ago by the YouTube channel Liberal Hive Mind called When the Opium Hits, and this video is now a response to Benny Johnson, The Benny Show, YouTube channel The Benny Show, because of a clip that was in that Liberal Hive Mind one there. Now, Benny Show, Liberal Hive Mind, and my show are not working collaboratively at all. I want to get that right out there right away, because I had nothing to do with this. I'm only doing this video because I went to sleep last night, and when I woke up a while ago, I saw the Benny Show do an update on on a clip that I did in my video in the Liberal Hive Mind and all that. It was about that guy on a bicycle that kicked the Trump sign on this guy's yard, and then he come back later at night and set that Trump sign on fire and ran away. That scene. Because apparently the guy that lit that fire has been caught. And I got to applaud for that, because that incident, kicking that sign, happened back earlier this month, a couple weeks ago. Okay. The only reason it was in the Liberal Hive Mind show because it applied to what he was talking about, and I was responding to his video, which is why it was in my video. But in my video, I put over it criminal charges, and I think I listed 5 of them that were on there. So today, so I didn't think I'd be doing a response video so quickly to that particular clip, but I have to do it because I got to get the word out that criminal that set that sign on fire was caught, and we're going to go into the interview that Benny Johnson did with the owner of the house that had the Trump sign. He did an interview with him, and we're going to listen to it bits and parts, and perfect because the guy was caught at least, and that kind of made me smile that he was caught. So let's see what Benny has to say.
My political sign. And in the first time this gentleman came in and burned the sign, he did it twice. He moved the flag. Well, the flag naturally returned to its natural hanging place, as any flag does. But him doing that was really an acknowledgement that this American flag could catch fire. Well, there is a large tree that flag hangs from, and it's been dry, hadn't rained much lately. And there are other trees that really cascade back to my house. And so, as you see him right now moving that flag, to me, that's an acknowledgement that this could set fire and set this man's house on fire. I have 3 young children, and they sleep upstairs. And I hope that liberals have not gotten to a point in this country that they don't care about the children of conservatives. But if anyone's in that place, my house also, right adjacent to the sign, is land owned by the city of Raleigh that's part of the greenway system that we have. And that could have also been set on fire. You know, so the brazenness of this fella is unbelievable. And the fact that he ran away after he lit the fire. Yes. So he moves the flag, lights it, and takes off. Didn't care about the repercussions, even though he, by his actions, acknowledged that this could start a serious fire, lights his house on fire, but he took off, is abhorrent.
Very strange. A leftist arsonist lighting a fire with a woodland right next to it. Very odd. Curious. I haven't seen anything like this, certainly. What's going to happen to this guy? Is there any updates on, will he be charged? Will he be sued? Give us the legal perspective.
So some good, some bad. So the good first, my attorney worked hard, and we filed a civil lawsuit against him last night. He'll be served by the Wake County Sheriff today. Raleigh PD got the detective assigned to it, went and met with him. I was told that he cried and was very remorseful.
Wow.
But he said that he didn't know who I was. It was just anger at the Trump sign. And when the officer told me that, I said, he didn't know who I was. I'm an American. That's all I am. I don't care if I was Bill Gates or living under a bridge. I'm an American. So that told me he wasn't remorseful. He was sad he got caught. Right? And so the Wake County District Attorney, who is a Democrat, has not been a Soros-like Democrat, as far as I know, has decided to charge him not with 2 counts of felony arson, which the statute clearly applies here 100%, but to 2 misdemeanor counts of injury to real property, which will carry no jail time. It is a blatant undercharge. And the basis for that, the district attorney is saying that because the sign was affixed to the ground, it's treated as real property, not personal property, which changes how they would charge in North Carolina. it is a gross miscarriage of the law. It is clearly a DA playing politics and undercharging this gentleman so that he will not serve time as he should. So it is what folks that live around here ought to think about is that what's happening here in this undercharge. And so your house didn't burn. It's just a sign. It doesn't have that much value. Okay, those things are true. But look at any other major city in this country that has gone to hell. Look at San Francisco. What happened there? Well, they made it illegal, a misdemeanor to steal less than $1,000. So what happens? People steal less than $1,000. Look at Seattle. Look at Portland. When you don't apply the rule of law the same to everyone and you don't actually charge a crime for what it is, you encourage more of that activity. And that's what this DA is doing.
Yeah, I mean, wow. It's really, this guy's really lucky, Jim White, that he didn't go sightsee at the United States Capitol on the morning of January 6th, because he'd be in federal prison for the next 20 years. But you can you can light someone's home on fire effectively with their sleeping children inside and get a slap on the wrist. I thought that North Carolina was a place for good old-fashioned, Southern justice, and that none of this woke crap is going to fly around here. I guess not.
No, it's not, unfortunately. I think that while we've got a majority Republican legislature and it's known as a conservative state, I think we suffer from the same issues that many other states suffer from, with rhinos in office and with folks who, frankly, are cowards, right? That's what we have. We have a bunch of cowards in this country right now that run things, and they're not willing to stand up and say, I don't care what the sign said, that's wrong. Yeah. Just like you said in your intro, I don't care what the sign says. You can't do that. That's not the country we want to live in.
That's right.
And that's what we've got today, right here in Wake County.
So you just used the word coward there. I do want to go back. Just one question. You said that he cried.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was told by the detective. And he, it's interesting. I joked to the detective, I guess I need to get one of those mugs that says, like, liberal tears taste good, But
we have the salty army here. We can give you some salt shakers in the comment section. We can bring you some. Anytime a lib cries on this show, we throw up the salt shakers. So Benny Brigade, toss some salt out for our leftist friend here who sobbed when the cops came. So final question for you, John. What's going to happen? Like, he may not get jail time, but he's going to get a big old fat lawsuit from you. You're going to do your best to try and bring the people's justice here and deliver some type of message, because that's what I want. I want a message to be sent that you are not allowed. I will link arms with you if you come after someone's First Amendment right and their right to free speech and political speech.
That's exactly right.
And so
I'm fortunate to have a great attorney, James Lawrence, who's from Raleigh, who represented Alex Berenson against Twitter successfully.
Oh, wow.
So he's who's filed this lawsuit for me and is representing me. So I think we've got some good firepower in that regard. And hopefully a jury of my peers will put political rhetoric aside and do just as we've talked about here and say, you can't set someone's property on fire.
Right. Exactly. No, it's the basic right of, like, a parent to sleep safely in their home with their children, knowing that some lunatic isn't going to come after you politically. And whether it's your house or whether it's the Maui fires, this is like a death cult. Like, the Democrat Party has turned into a death cult, and they just do not value human life, clearly. And so, thank you so much for fighting, and for putting that sign right back up, and for being such a Chad, and for going after this man. We say Godspeed, and if you need any further help from our audience, you know where to find us. Thanks, John.
Thank you so much. Very great.
So, controlling the sense of the possible, because if you're doing things out here and you've got the sense of the possible here, then when people like me say this is what's going on, that goes, you're bloody mad, that's not possible, that can't be going on. And the biggest problem is that, and it's not every one of them, by the way. I was talking to one the other day who was very kind of intelligent, involved in all this, but this in general is my experience after 25 years of the perception of the possible of a mainstream bloody journalist. And that's why people who speak the greater truth, and have done throughout the period of the media, have invariably been ridiculed and dismissed, because that cannot perceive that the possibility that it can be true.